breaking down.
I don't know what he's talking about. My name is R5.
I don't know what they're talking about. My name is Patti DeMay.
And we're going to be breaking down our song, Christmas Eve, and the lyrics and what they mean and all that. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Orange. Orange, you're glad I didn't say lemon?
He's a dork. No, so this song, we really got into, like, we heard Patty's chorus, and then me and Amir was like, yo, let's actually do a song about the people that we've lost.
Right.
And so me and Amir both experienced that. I don't think so for you, right?
No one in my life has ever died.
Yeah, so...
I fear death on a very metaphysical level. The world is ending just for me here on Christmas Eve, and I'm trying not to weep here on Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve, here on Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve. The song started as a doomsday kind of end of the world thing. I originally was going to write like the world's ending, we're in late stage climate change, we're entering, a new era of pandemic, and I realized I need to pull back. I need to make it more Christmassy. So I decided to tailor it more of like a personal end of the world kind of feeling, to juxtapose how most of society during the Christmas time, or the holidays, if you will, experience happiness, community, joy, and how isolating it can feel when you don't feel like you can participate in that for whatever reasons, whether or not you don't have a family to go to, you don't have friends, you hate people. So that's my perspective.
I don't like to get in my feelings. I don't like to enter that space. I don't like the feeling of loss. I don't like the look on my face, feeling dismay. So this verse is about my grandfather, and basically what the whole premise of it is around the time of Christmas in 2014, we found out he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. So every time this time of the year comes around, it's kind of like grim for me, and it's kind of why I don't like really mess with Christmas that much anymore, because every time this time comes around, I just think about that one moment and how it really brought down the atmosphere of Christmas. And yeah, don't like the shackles surrounding my wrist. Knew every risk I was willing to take. Guess this time when I start to regret all of the time I would foolishly waste. So the funny part about that shackles on my wrist line, so when I was about like 14 or 13, R5, I call him Jalil, we were making a song about my grandfather, and I said something about shackles on my wrist, that, I don't know, every time I write a song about my grandfather, that's like a line that I always end up putting in, because like I feel like so like stuck to it, like literally like there's a shackle around my wrist that I have to use that line. But all of the time that I won't get back in the back of my mind, just can't sit back in the back of my mind. I just can't reminisce on the shit that I did because I can't spin back. When I say spin back, I don't mean like how they talk about it in like, I wouldn't say hood terms, but how they talk about it in other types of music where they're like, oh, I'm gonna spin back on the ops and finish the dirty work. No, that's not what I mean. I mean more so that I just wish I can go back to the time where I feel like I wasted so much of my time and with my grandfather, and it's getting to the point where I'm maturing and I'm making so many more new memories that I'm forgetting the memories that I had with him. I was talking to my mom about this, and it's just like, I was so young. I was like 12 when he finally passed, and it's just like I'm old now, so like it's just weird to think that I was so young, because I didn't feel so young at the time, but now I realize how young I really was. I'm missing my time with you. My memories fade in the faces. I wish I could write to you. No reason to lie to you. I fell in depression. I wish I could cry to you. So around like 2020-ish, I was very down in my emotions, and I was just saying, like, to the point I wish it was one of the times I could just talk to my grandfather, because I would always talk to him. He would give me lectures every time I would act up in school, and I'd tell him why. He'd be the only, like, one of the only people that I could actually, like, be like, oh yeah, this happening. And, you know, I just miss my grandfather a lot. And, I mean, there's nothing I can do about it now. He's always in my heart. He's always in my mind. But
it's been about 2 years since you been gone, and I wish I can call your phone, and I wish that he never ever called you home, and I wish that he never left us alone, but he did though. So that first half of the verse, well, I'm just, it's talking about my dad. So my dad just passed roughly 2 years. It'll be 2 years this January, and so I'm stating it right there, like it's been 2 years. You know, anybody that lost a parent or lost somebody, the first thing you do is you call them, right? And you want to hear that voice message or whatever it is. Or if you got voice memos saved of them, you want to keep playing it back because you want to hear that voice. And so that's what that line is about. It's about wanting to hear that, get back the time, and, you know, just hear their voice again because we can't be with them. And the next line is, you know, like, I totally wish God didn't call home his angel. Like, that's beyond me and my control, but at the same time, you do question, like, why, you know, because you want to know why. And then, you know, why it feels like he left us alone. Not my dad, but it feels like God and Jesus and the universe has taken somebody from us and left us, the family, alone, you know, because he was a pillar to us. He was somebody very important, and we held dear to ourselves, to our hearts. So, you know, he got me asking questions like, why the fuck he take you away in the cruelest way? I just want to see your face. I just want to be in your space. And so that one is me answering and like asking the question, asking the question like, why did he take you away? And the way that my dad had went, to me, that was kind of, he didn't get murdered or nothing like that, but it was cruel, as in like he was brain dead for a day or so. And so, like, I don't know, to me that's just real fucked up. Like, you know, that's not peaceful. I don't want to be here for long, but I gotta be here and be strong, caring for the ones who's living on. But for y'all, I gotta hold on. And so that's just reiterating, like, not suicidal or nothing like that, but there are moments where you do have moments of weakness and you feel like, damn, why, you know? And then you realize, like, okay, well, there are other people who are still here, so, like, yes, I'm grieving, and yes, I'm going through stuff, but my sister still needs me, my mom still needs me, my brother still needs me, my son still needs me, my nieces still need me. There's, like, a lot of people who still count on me to, you know, still be strong, and so it's like, okay, I gotta grieve, I gotta get through this, and then I have to be there for them and make sure that I'm not missing out on time that they have here, as we don't know. And so Patti just had the right words. Like, she had the right words. She was able to pull off of what we were trying to feel, and she captivated that. So the chorus came along really well. I think the song came along
amazing.
Made me very weepy.
Oh, and then we had Osun on the chorus, so we can't forget.
Shout out her.
God, she's not here right now, but
when she came through, she came through. She put the oomph in the back of Patti, because Patti was on point, sounding angelic, and then you have Osun who comes in. It's just like, oh my God.
Not enough.